And welcome back to my channel, and this is my budget Pendulum Magicians build. It has a budget of exactly $100.86. I went a bit over, sue me. With $36.58, you get the entire main deck, and then the extra deck, $62.28, for the total $100.86. And you have a fairly strong, competent Pendulum Magicians build. Can it compete in today's meta? It's very vulnerable to being hand trapped, which any budget build is going to do. So I think your best bet is to go with the mythical Endymion and kind of not use the Magicians, but I honestly believe that this is way more fun. You're going to be doing plays with a new Magician making an appearance in the build that nobody else is doing. And then you're going to use some of the more well-known extra deck monsters, Halkified Rex, in a different way and a new way, a proper way, as opposed to abusing it like a lot of decks are. So, if you like this video, like it. Hit the like button, comment below, let me know. If you try it, let me know. If you make changes, let me know. And check out my Patreon. And remember that this is probably the last video that you can leave a comment to enter the Mighty Master of Magic, Order of the Spellcasters, Playmat giveaway. I will be posting a video on the 1st, revealing the winner. Now, let's get into it. A very fun, budget Pendulum Magicians build. We're going to be fusion summoning, synchro summoning, link summoning, XC summoning. It's all here, and it's a lot of fun, guys. I have so much fun playing this. I can't wait to show you these combos. So here is the budget Pendulum Magician build, coming in at $36.58 at the time of this recording. And we're going to check out the list now. 2 copies of Harmonizing Magician, because she will special summon when she's pendulum summoned. She will special out a level 4 Magician, which you will need. Unless you hard draw one, then you could get a level 4, but generally speaking, you're going to want to bring out a level 7 for the Xyz play that I'm going to show you in the combo video. 1 Celestial Magician. His protection effect is still really good. You're going to be bringing out Vortex Dragon properly, so you're going to be able to revive him using the Celestial Magician, get the bounce on your opponent's turn for a form of disruption, assuming they destroy it. You can also do the same thing with your Crystal Winged Synchro Dragon and your Void Ogre. 2 copies of Purple Poison Magician, just to beef out the Magician lineup, and its pop effect is pretty good. You won't really need its attack boost very much in this deck, but it does, when it does come up, it's pretty nice. 1 Dragon Pit Magician. If this is your main deck, Mystic Mine out. It's also level 7, and that becomes important later. 2 Dragon Collar Magician. 1 OCG, 1 TCG. Very cool. This again, level 7, and it's a low scale. 1 Time Gazing Magician, simply because we have the 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. Now, it becomes a lot less important in this deck than in previous or different versions of the deck, but it's still helpful. It helps you get 2 monsters on board, which is important in this deck, because it's the linchpin to all the combos. 2 copies of Mighty Master of Magic for Spell and Trap Negation. He's also level 7. 1 Mythical Beast Jackal King, because if you open the Servant and you resolve its effect, you will be able to negate the Nibiru that is coming for you. Now, if you're playing other budget decks, they shouldn't have Nibiru, but if you want to take it to a meta competition, you're definitely going to have to look out for it. 2 copies of Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, because you are going to need it to special summon itself from the graveyard and retrieve your gate 0, again, a level 7. You'll notice that that number has come up a lot because it is very important. 3 copies of Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser, because it can special summon itself from the scale. When it's by itself, it gets an attack boost, and with it you can punch over Winda and things like that. If I'm not mistaken, you can punch over Winda. one tuning magician. You're going to be synchroing with this a lot. You're probably going to be using it 2 to 3 times a turn minimum. If you can get it 4 times if you're really careful and the right hand comes up. You're going to make your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, your Void Ogre, spoiler alert for the extra deck, and your Selene with it at least. Yeah, it's very important. 3 copies of Duelist Alliance to search out your Pendulum Call, or your Star Pendulum Graph, or your Time Pendulum Graph, whichever one you happen to need. Yeah, 1 Star Pendulum Graph because it is a plus when you link or synchro with a magician, or one happens to be destroyed. 2 Pendulum Call because 3 didn't fit in the budget, and if you figured out a way to run 3, run 3. 3 copies of Allure of Darkness because it says draw 2 and most of your monsters are dark, fairly safe to resolve. 3 Spell Power Mastery to search out your Endymion engine. And generally speaking, you're going to be looking for the Servant. You open this and Servant and you're golden. 1 copy of Upstart Goblin, so you're playing with 39 cards. 3 copies of Dragon Shrine to send that Dark Worm to the graveyard. See, the reason you have 2 is that if you open one in your hand, then this is still live. And then, of course, the Time Pendulum Graph. And we go into the extra deck. 1 Christian Halki Fibrax. This is going to bring out your Tuning Magician, and will unlock a special play later that I will explain in the combo video. 1 Cross Sheep for the Xyz play, and this is the new Magician, the new sauce. It's actually just really fun. It's not that spicy, but Proxy F Magician will allow you to fusion summon your Vortex Dragon correctly and will allow it to be revived. 2 copies of Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. You're going to be mainly using this for your Xyz play, but it also goes into what is now a budget card, Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Now this card and Halki Fibrax together cost, I think, $35 in the budget. Yeah. With the main deck only being under $37, I was allowed to really go all out on the extra deck. 1 copy of Formula Synchron, 1 copy of Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. You guys know he was in here. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. For the Mech Knight matchup for monster effect negation, he's just a very solid monster. 1 copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon for monster effect negation. 1 copy of Void Ogre for spell and trap negation. Now, with the $100 budget, I had to choose between the Appaloosa or the Borload Savage Dragon. And I went with the Appaloosa because there's multiple negations. You can use them on the same turn, and Void Ogre Dragon negates spells and traps. Appaloosa covers the monster effects, so you essentially put on another Omni Negate. It's a bit of, yeah, and it's a level 8. He's a strong dragon, and he just looks really cool. I really like this card. 1 Satellite Warrior. You'll notice him popping up a lot in the channel in the future because I just love using him. So I'm going to find an excuse to make him work, and I'm going to explain how it works in the combo video. 1 Time Star Magician to search out your magicians, your dark spellcasters. 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, and then the monster you're going to be fusion summoning, the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Now I'll show you 1 quick combo to whet your appetite for the combo video coming along. Okay, so this is the hand we're going to start with for the first combo. We're going to activate the Pendulum Call, sending the Dark Worm. Now this is best case scenario, but you might have to like send something else off the Pendulum Call and then use the Dragon Shrine for the Dark Worm, or in this case, because you've opened up a Dragon Pit Magician, you don't actually have to use the gate 0 at all. It's just in this situation you can, and it's helpful. So then you add the 2 magicians. It doesn't particularly matter what 2, but as long as you get the harmonizing magician, that is the most important. You'll then special summon the Dark Worm to add the gate 0. And now you've generated some advantage. You got your scales set up. you normal summon the Performer Pal Celestial Magician, and you will not activate its effect. You will just link summon with it. And go into your Proxy F Magician, the newest magician to the lineup. I was waiting for an excuse to use this card because followers of the channel know that I love cool summoning mechanics. And this is a cool fusion summoning mechanic. I don't know if it's not a mechanic, but you know what I mean. You would scale the Purple Poison, you would scale the Dragon Pit Magician, and then you Pendulum Summon. You Pendulum Summon out this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and then Harmonizing Magician's effect would activate, and you would summon out that other level 7. In this case, the OCG Dragon Color Magician. You then Xyz, since we are no longer restricted by arrows. You can Xyz anywhere into the Absolute Dragon. We then activate Proxy F Magician's effect to fusion summon these two monsters. Odd Eyes, Vortex Dragon. Now, if you were holding on to a monster that could be special summoned by Proxy F Magician's effect, like the Tuning Magician, you wouldn't have to go into the Halki Fibrax, but that's what we're going to do. Then Absolute Dragon's effect would activate, and you would bring out your Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. From there, you link summon into the Halki Fibrax. Oh, sorry. First, Meteor Burst Dragon would bring out your level 7 here. Then Halki Fibrax would bring out the Tuning Magician. Then you would scale the Chronograph Sorcerer, activate Chronograph Sorcerer. This was a really good. And now you activate the Time Gazer Magician, and now your scales have been reset. You then Synchro Summon. With the Meteor Burst Dragon and the Tuning Magician into the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. You then go into Selene. Selene's effect to bring back the Tuning Magician and Synchro Summon again. Into the Void Ogre. Then Tuning Magician's own effect brings it back again. Link Summon with the Selene. Tuning Magician is banished. And then into Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. She would only have 2 counters, but you have 3 monster effects and 1 Omni Negate and 1 Spell and Trap Negate. That is one version of a combo with this deck. Okay, so this is the Halki Fibrax version of the combo. We're going to activate the Spell Power Mastery. We're going to look for that Servant. Going to activate her. Going to activate the Dragon Shrine. Send the Dark Worm. Dark Worm effect, special summon itself. Add the gate 0. That's 1 counter. And that's 2 counters when we activate the Duelist Alliance. For the Pendulum Call. And 3 counters when we activate the Pendulum Call. In this case, we're not going to get the Jackal King we're going to get the Mighty Master of Magic, because we need that level 7. Because this time, we have to scale the Gate 0 and scale the Dragon Pit Magician, because we need a magician to put back in scale later. We link summon into the Proxy F Magician. And we're going to Pendulum Summon just the Harmonizing Magician, who will activate its effect. We'll bring out our Dragon Collar Magician. Then we Xyz into the Absolute. We activate Proxy F Magician's effect. Fusion Summon the Vortex Dragon. Absolute Dragon's effect will activate. Bring out that Meteor Burst Dragon, which will bring out the Gate 0. We then rescale that Purple Poison Magician. Then we link summon into the Halki Fibrax, and then Halki Fibrax effect will activate. And then bring out the Tuning Magician. Then we Synchro Summon. And we activate Tuning Magician's effect. It'll be banished now when we Synchro Summon again. This time into the Void Ogre. And that's the end of the Satellite Warrior combo. Then we pass turn. Then we wait to use one of these two negations. Let's say they activate a spell card, and we've negated it with the Void Ogre. Then we wait for them to put monsters down. We activate Christian Halki Fibrax effect. Well, not monsters, any cards down. We activate. We draw one card. Then we activate its effect. Go into the Satellite Warrior. We get 1, 2, 3 pops, and then he becomes 5,500 attack points. And now we've negated one card at least, popped 3 cards, and then still have 2 more negations to go through. Okay, so this version doesn't involve Halki Fibrax at all. So we activate the Pendulum Call. We send the Dark Worm. We get 2 more Magicians. We special summon the Dark Worm. We get the Gate 0. Then we scale 8, Dragon Pit. We activate the Star Pendulum Graph. We normal summon the Purple Poison, and then we link summon into the Proxy F Magician. Now that'll activate the Star Pendulum Graph. Add Purple Poison to your hand. We scale this Purple Poison, and then we Pendulum Summon. Harmonizing Magician's effect. Special summon out the Dragon Collar Magician. Now, we go into Time Star Magician. We activate that effect. That's how we're going to get the Tuning Magician this time. Then we Xyz. And then we fuse. Now, the Absolute Dragon has to be Chain Link 1, and then Proxy F Magician has to be Chain Link 2, because you do not want the Meteor Burst Dragon to miss timing. So Chain Link 2 resolves first, and special summons out the Tuning Magician. Then, Absolute Dragon summons out the Meteor Burst Dragon. Meteor Burst brings out the Dragon Pit Magician. Then we scale that high scale. That's why we keep it in hand. We Synchro Summon. Then we Link Summon up into Celine, who has more than enough counters. Bring back the Tuning Magician. We Synchro Summon once more. And then we use Tuning Magician's own effect. And then we Link Summon again. Banishing the Tuning Magician. Special summoning out the Goddess of the Bow. Bam. Another way to go full combo.